Okay, I want to say hi again, guys. For this video, I'm just recording my screen. Okay, I'm using my phone to record it. It's nothing special in terms of quality, but what you can see here is I've got a character performing moves, very rough. It's just a stick figure like thing, very rough. You can see though, if I slow that down, you can see the movements that he's positioned. So we have a figure here standing. We have some perspective that I set up, a character standing like someone just standing there, and then you've got this character who's delivering punches and kicks, bam bam, see, and it's just literally just single frames. I didn't put any more frames in between, and it's not detailed art, it's just setups. So what you would do is you would draw on top of this and do proper art and add more frames, of course, to make the movement smoother. But this is a very good way to set up. I'm doing a lot of experiments now to see what kind of animations I can come up with in terms of fight moves. Now, another thing you could do, obviously, is rather than having your character just standing here, the one who's getting hit, we could change their frames to make it look like he's actually getting hit. Another thing you can also do is set this up first of all, so you know exactly where this guy is aiming for. Like he's aiming towards the head, he's aiming towards the body when he's punching, whatever. You can see the angles, and that has to be done first. So create a dummy that's standing here first is what I would advise, so you know exactly where he's aiming. It's like as if you're training real martial arts. You know, if you're training with someone, or if you're training by yourself, or shadow boxing or whatever, you still know where you're aiming, don't you? There's a target visualized in your mind, or you may be using a punch bag or whatever, right? So basically, he's aiming for these points, and what you would do is you set the moves up like I've done here. From it could be any perspective, any kind of camera angle too, but we've got this angle here. Set up a dummy for him, so you know where the guy's striking when you're drawing every frame of this black guy, this color here, the black ink here, and then this red guy, this red pen ink that I've done here. By the way, nothing against robots either. I know this guy looks like a robot, but just going back to what I'm saying, okay? Yeah, no controversy here. It's just fun animation, okay? These are not real people, but then this guy's striking, okay? And what you would do is you draw the figure, and then what I would do is then I would use, I would go into my frames, go into my layers. Sorry, let me just stop the animation playing for a moment so I can show you. I would go over here and I would so go to layers, and this is on another layer. By the way, this is on another layer. The character and the background is everything is on another layer. Okay, that's why it doesn't change. There's no frames set for it. It just stays on for the whole time. This top layer is the one with the character. That's an animated one. This has got various frames in it. This is why Critter's so good, because you can do frame animation in this, turning a layer into like a timeline of frame animation. It's amazing. And you've got a lot of features there. But anyway, you go. You have to have the onion skin mode turned on, by the way, too. Let me just check that just quickly. Yeah, it doesn't show when it's playing, which is good. But let me just, when you're drawing, it has the onion skins. It shows like the previous frames, as I say, like in green for the next one and black and red for the previous one. And then what you do is you set it. You right click on the last frame and you choose set end time, so it just loops through that. Yeah, but we'll go back to what I'm saying. Back to what I'm saying is yeah. So yeah, for this, what I would do is I would then, once I've got this set up, if I didn't want to have the guy just standing there, the baddie or the opponent, rather than having him just standing there, what I could do is I just go to this layer, you know, with the dummy, and then just turn him, you know, either very very faint or the opacity, or turn that off, just completely turn the visibility off, even, you know, full on, or I can turn it off, just turn it off, and make another layer on top of that. Okay. The reason I'm saying have some visibility on it would be better is maybe if you wanted to see the character, just so you know roughly the whereabouts of where he's standing. So I'll just do that for now, because we need to see the perspective lines too, which I've sillyishly just but deliberately done on the same layer. You should have done the perspective setup on one layer, then this dummy figure on one layer, and I've set up marks where they're standing to, and then so that they're standing on the ground totally all the time. I'll show you what I mean by that. When I drew this perspective, actually I did some marking on the ground here to show where they're actually standing to. And this is actually zoomed in. It was actually zoomed out before, but I zoomed it closer. It was another circle here, and I moved this guy a bit closer though. But anyway, yeah, turning this slightly down, okay. Now, what we can actually do is, again, you're going to need to add frames now. I've added another layer. I've added another layer, okay. And you could adjust the opacity of this layer if you wanted to also. We're going to go down to the timeline, and we're going to need to go right click and just add in the same amount of frames. So I'm just going to add 20, the same of that, and I'll set the time to 1 for the intervals. Hold on one second. Well, actually, it should have been less than that. So yeah, it should have finished about here. So whatever that is, 14, 15. I'll set that to the end time. We'll go to the beginning one, and that's visible again. Onion skins we need to turn on, which is this little light bulb thing here. Sorry about the quality of this video. I know the quality is not very good, okay? I'll cover this again with you, but I wasn't expecting to cover this much. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. So what I would do is I'd probably go with another color. And you don't have to use black anyway for the thing, okay? But yeah, what I would do is if I wanted the character, like let's say getting hit, I would draw that, like I'd make him like, do some kind of position. You draw it like he's getting hit, you know, as a stick figure first, and then we do proper art on top. And there are ways of exporting animated videos from this, but I don't mess around with that. What I do is I just record the screen and then use softwares to cut out the area that I want, as in just the area. And then what I do is add each clip into a video software and add music and sound effects and all that, and on top of the good art, and edit it with video effects and stuff to make a proper full cartoon with lots of scenes together. You can have talking scenes. They don't even have to be full on action scenes, but I'm just saying. So what I would do though, anyway, just here, I'm holding one hand with the phone here. It's kind of hard, but you see what I mean? I could have it so that the guy's blocking or something, you know, with that on top. Just quickly see, I could have it that the guy is like blocking here, something like that. You know, he's got his hand against that hand. You know, I could have it like that, and then just draw it so that he's moving the whole time while they're fighting. So he's like blocking against the moves or getting hit, or he's striking back, and you can plan your fight. So it wouldn't always be side on. You can have different camera angles too. Plus my perspective wasn't very good for that when I just drew there, because when you can see the angle, you've got to follow the angle, but still it's fairly side on this one. Anyway, let's just check this one again, what it looks like. Yeah, so you can see where he's striking. I know the opacity wasn't right up, but let's see, I see it. Okay, so this is what I got here. See, bam, 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 bam. He's punching to the body, punching to the head. He jumps up, roundhouse kick to the head. Boom, boom, strike. Boom, bam, 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 bam. With a sound of shoo, pum, pam, pum, 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 shum, pum, 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 shoo, pa. Pum, bah. I can imagine people typing what I'm saying here. Pum, pum, pa, shum, shum in the fucking comments. Whatever, man. Whatever rocks your boat, man. Go and count that money, or these people in this world just smoking fucking weed and all this. This is my way of escaping, all right? Just creating animation and having some fun. Rather than moaning about the world and the crazy stuff in the world and politics and all that other gibberish, people just going on about all kinds of problems in their life and money. No, and ego and pride, no. It's better to focus on some creative stuff, you know, that's what I like to do. You know, I've got some good cartoons on the way, okay, guys, thanks for watching. I'm just doing some planning here, just roughly setting up scenes. I'm going to practice some more scenes like this from different camera angles. Once I know what I'm doing, then I'll be drawing on top of stuff and making actual fight scenes and doing proper art on top of these to do proper scenes. Not on top of these, but I'm saying on top of actual scenes that I'll be working on. Anyway, see you again soon. Thanks for watching.